Intensive coverage of Prime Minister Modi's first official visit to the United States, Shereen Bhan has spoken to key delegates, corporate honchos and opinion makers at the scene of the action, and she sends us this special report on the dynamics of the joint statement.
This has touched all the right notes as far as the India side was concerned. As we've been reporting, the expectation was that there would be an affirmation of the partnership, there would be a reiteration of the US's commitment to positioning India as a strategic ally, and that's exactly what's happened. In fact, President Trump saying that India has found itself a true friend and that relationships have never been stronger or better between India and the US. What you also heard very specifically from both sides was the fact that terrorism will be a big focus area. In fact, Prime Minister Modi and President Trump both saying very clearly that terrorism is going to be an area where the strategic partnership will focus on. The Prime Minister saying that they discussed radicalism, extremism and terrorism, and they will address common threats jointly. So you will see a lot more of military exercises. They talked about one that they are going to be doing between India, US as well as Japan. President Trump also talking about exactly the same issues. There was a lot of talk around the issue of Afghanistan. Well, there was no mention of Pakistan, but that was not the expectation either, even though India would perhaps have liked that to be the case. But most people that we spoke with did not expect a mention specifically of Pakistan. But yes, there was a lot of talk around the rebuilding of Afghanistan and stability in the Indo-Pacific region. On the issue, as I had pointed out even before the joint statement began, that the sense that I got was that President Trump would address some of the bugbears on the trade front. He did talk about the fact that market access is a problem. He did talk about the fact that duties in India are somewhat on the higher side, and he hopes that Prime Minister Modi will address some of those issues as we engage much more on the bilateral investment and trade front. Defense collaboration, we spoke about that this would be a big area of opportunity and partnership, and that's exactly what both leaders did talk about broadly on defense collaboration and defense partnership. Energy was another area where both leaders did address the need for a greater degree of partnership. And of course, don't miss the invitation there from Prime Minister Modi to the Trump family, saying that I have invited the Trumps to visit India. And of course, Ivanka Trump has already accepted his invitation for the Global Entrepreneurship Summit, which is expected to be held in India in fall. So altogether, whether it was body language, it was what was said in the joint statement, I think this will go down as a win from an India position because we did see both leaders bond. We saw both leaders talk about how they intend to take this relationship forward. President Trump very categorically stating that India is a true friend and America is India's true friend in the White House, and that he believes that this relationship and this partnership will only deepen from here on. So I think the right notes being struck here. Of course, we can get into the specifics, etc., but that perhaps is not what this meeting was really about. This meeting was about setting the agenda on how both these leaders will engage with each other. What are the issues that these leaders will engage with each other on? And I think we got a very clear indication of that. Of course, the nitty-gritties can be ironed out later, but a very clear direction being set on how India and the US will engage with each other going forward.